Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. So before we get started in today's episode where we're going to be continuing the war in Northern Ireland, I did want to address a comment that was brought up in an earlier episode recently. So in that video I mentioned that there was some martial skills that you could get that would increase the size of your squads. And he asked me which skills those were because he couldn't seem to find them, or at least they're never available to him. And I should have been more clear with my explanation of this because I actually haven't really talked about squad size at all or what affects that. And the skills that you want to get if you're trying to increase the size of your squads are the ones that grant levies. So in our case here, for our king, we have the Stewardship 3. And you'll see that gives you 3 levies in any place that has castles, where you're the governor. So in London, we have 1 castle, and so therefore we're getting 3 levy points. If we had 2 castles there, then we'd be getting 6 levy points. So this is why I mentioned earlier in the series that it's pretty important to have your marshal in a location that has castles. And that is because of these levy bonuses. Now, not all the levy bonuses are only for castles. There might be a few. I think I recall a few traits that might have granted them in different locations, just for settlements or whatever. But I think most of them are for the castles. So you do want your marshals to be in those locations, those towns that have the most castles attached to them. So basically, every levy that you have in your marshal's home, town, the place that he's the governor of, that will increase the squad size. So that increases squad size, also the overall level. Overall level has a lot of effects. It's pretty important. It's almost as important as the actual skills you're getting here. But yeah, if we look at our squads, and then we can see their overall size, we can also just hover over this and see the modifiers there. But let's just say we want to see the specifics of this here light infantry unit. So if we just hover over this, you can see that we're getting plus 45, because the base is 300. And so we're getting an additional 180 dudes here, soldiers. So we're getting 45 simply because of the 15% modifier because this is the king and this is his army. So he automatically gets more troops. Our leader level, we're getting a 15% modifier there, which is the highest level modifier that you can get because that's level 15 is the highest you could get. So that's another plus 45. And then the additional troops, which we have, if you guys recall, is adding that right here. In the equipment, so that's giving us that 15% as well. And then you will also see that we're getting a plus 39 or plus 13% for the levies in London. And so if you guys just want to dip on over to London, you'll see we have 13 levies there. Each one of those levies is a percentage. So if we looked at our other marshal, you'll see that he does not have anywhere near as many troops for his light infantry. He's only getting plus 70. So when you look at over that, he's a lower level, so he's only getting the 11% there. He's not getting the king one, and also he's only getting 12% from the levies in Winchester. And so you'll notice that I have my marshals in the locations that have the best levies. I figured I should clarify that here in one of these episodes since I did have one person ask about it, and I realized that I didn't really talk about that at all throughout the series, nor did I really mention how the squad size works or how the skills affect that squad size. So I just wanted to clarify that a bit. Now, before we do this battle here, there's one thing I wanted to do. We're going to go ahead and spend some books because while we are going to get ourselves one of these here traditions, we don't have the money for it yet. It's 2,500. And we got 615 books. We need 600. I think we can build that up by the time we build up the money, and let's just go ahead and use some of it, guys. So we're going to use it for one of our merchants, probably this one here, Nottingham, and we're going to get him navigation. That'll give him 4+ gold. You see our gold has dropped. Not really so much our income, it's more our expenses have and yeah, I think that's the best one for us to get here. So I'm going to grab that one. But yeah, our expenses have increased largely because we're doing all these missions. And you'll see the upkeep is getting more expensive. Alright, so let's go and get this battle started. I don't know that we'll actually go down and fight it. They have heavy archers, as well as the light infantry. Despite their decent troop quality, we're not going to fight this out. We're just going to say all in. and let them find it out here. So AI would take care of that for us. Again, it would be quicker for us to go down there and do it, but not really quicker in the episode. And we're not earning all this here either. That's another nice thing about doing the, allowing the AI to do it. This was another reason why we were earning less money, because France, our most profitable trading center, I had accidentally canceled that. So that was quite negative. So we did win that battle as expected. Give us a 1+ to the army opinion, which is now sitting at 9. So that's giving us a nice morale bonus there. We still have 3,400 troops. They do have a lot of guys here. We'll see. It's probably be enough. Yeah, it should be enough here. As long as they don't march up north, which I highly doubt they will. Also, we got an allied army over here. I wouldn't be surprised if he was coming over here to do his own assault. And we were successful in adopting the population there. All right, excellent. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was marching up here to do his own assault, and then we got there first. All right, excellent. So we still have a lot of problems here with province stability. Could move our spy over there, but you'll see that they also have province stability issues, as I expected they would once we lost those bonuses.
Message has arrived.
And we can murder his spy. Of course, we don't have the money for that, so we'll just say, let me think. A ransom was offered, but we don't really want to give him his marshal back, though, do we? So we're going to go ahead and decline that.
Our nobility's opinion has worsened.
Oh, he wasn't happy with that. Maybe we should have said, let me think.
A prisoner
Yeah, that's a shame.
was renounced by
So he was renounced. That was not him, though. That was somebody else. Okay. Well, we have this guy here, and could just go ahead and release him to take that nobility opinion back up. So we could do that, or we could send him after Scotland just to cause them problems. We are trying to save money, though, so let's just release him, guys. Yeah, we'll just release him. And get that opinion back up. Not that the nobility opinion helps you that much. Influence is helpful, I suppose. Espionage defense is, somewhat useful. Alright, so we got that crusade going. And, again, he's offering a ransom. We're going to decline that. Oh, I see what happened there. We probably captured his one marshal. So we already had one of his guys. And we probably captured the other one after that battle. And that's the reason why we still have one left up here. Can inspire uprising. Again, these are all very expensive here. So we're not going to be doing any of these, because we're saving up for something. We got the books already. In fact, we have so many books we could spend those. Let's just wait. We're almost at 2,500. There we go. So now let's go ahead and pick ourselves a second tradition. So I'm thinking we should probably go with a military one now, since we got writing the last time. Also, not a lot of great choices here for non-military ones, because, most of the level 3 skills we have, almost all level 3 skills we have are from the King and from Baron John, so the two marshals. We do have medicine available, so we could get that. That will give you 5 population in all your towns, so that's pretty helpful. You got 12 towns, so that's going to drastically increase the population. 30% population growth in all provinces, 10+ kingdom happiness, 50+ cultural power, so pretty good. Also going to get fame for any cleric that has this skill, any marshal, so I think our king's the one that currently has this skill. We get a 25% reduced penalties from retreating. And the governors would get 3+ gold in a religious settlements. Overall, the kingdom effects are pretty impressive for this one. So you could do that. Stewardship, we don't have any inflation, and we don't have a ton of castles. The 10% cheaper building and upgrade costs, that's good, but it's just not worth it. And I think that's it. All the rest of these are military ones. This is helpful for the stability and the kingdom influence and the morale. It's all great stuff there. So you could do leadership. I think we're going to do something that's going to help us more on the battlefield. So as England, you could make the argument to go with archery. However, my issue with this is that our archers aren't great right now. If we had longbow at this time, then yeah, sure, we'd go for that. But with our current bowmen, I don't think it's worth it. I think we should instead go with the cavalry tactics or the infantry tactics. And I think we're going to do infantry tactics, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to do that one for now.
Our army's opinion has,
and that'll give us 15% infantry and defense melee attack if, and defense of course means the any of the spear units, any units that are considered defensive units. And this is going to increase both of those types, their melee attack by 15%. And that's only if somebody has the infantry tactics level 3 skill. And currently both of our marshals have that skill. And then the kingdom effect is a 25% infantry and defense squad manpower. So that's going to increase their manpower significantly. 25% will be helpful. Of course, that won't apply immediately with the troops that we currently have here. But you'll see that their cap is going to be a lot higher for any of these units here. So yeah, it'll be helpful. And we got 2+ army opinion because we got that infantry tactics. So now we're all the way maxed out. Okay, so that's helpful. And giving us more morale. And as of right now, I think this one here is going to deplete. Yeah, this is going to be really slow, guys. It's going to take some time. Alright, we'll just let it play on level 3. And just hope that they don't end the war, which they're kind of in control of this conflict right now, I believe. I think they are the war leader, if I'm not mistaken. We can double check that real quick. Yeah, they're currently the war leader. So we're not in control of when this war ends. Now you'll see that we are very much winning it. With that 299 war score, they have a 0. A war score of 0. A war exhaustion 6. That's applying to all of us. And you can see it's affecting us. We're at -3 right now for kingdom stability. That's affecting all of our provinces. You see they have a rebel pop right here. So I mean, how much time before they eventually make peace, especially when their army's just sitting here? Because I think that's what this conflict is over, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, yeah. They wanted to conquer this, and we're doing it instead. So, yeah, we'll have to see, guys. Hopefully they don't end it. They haven't got what they wanted, so we'll have to see. So we can go and expand the trade in France. Excellent. They'll get us back up to where we were at before. They are trying to get us out of the war. We're going to decline that, most definitely. I'm not going to accept the money either. Because I'd like to get, and of course the clergy would have had reduced opinion from our decision to not end the war, but we actually avoided that. Thankfully, that 15% is being very helpful for us. And this will boost up the merchant opinion a little bit higher. Get us up to +8. And we're doing much better in the money overall. We do have some books, and so we're going to go ahead and spend those to go ahead and upgrade one of our characters here. We'll take a look at, I kind of want to look at the cleric, because we're going to have to, settle the unrest here soon. So boosting him would be helpful. And you know what? I almost want to get the riding up to level 3 for more books. This will also increase the cultural power. So that's helpful as well. Alright, so that's up to level 3. Alright, excellent. Now, one thing, looking at his skills just made me think about something I wanted to tell you guys about. One of the very helpful traditions here, which I really, really like. I've been meaning to point this one out, if I can find it on here. Learning. So one of the great things about the learning tradition is this one right here. If your king has learning level 3, princes learn their skills at level 3. So basically, any princes you have, they'll automatically have skills at level 3. So that is incredibly helpful, particularly if you have like 3 or 4 sons and you're using them up here. That means they're all going to have level 3 skills immediately for just 200 books. So it's just awesome. That's not just your son and heir. It's the other sons as well, and they'll keep those level 3 skills if you get them before your king dies, of course. Then they'll keep those once they're serving as the new king, your son, his brothers. So it's a very helpful one to get. As a tradition, I almost always get it, just because it is so useful. Our army supplies are incredibly low, so that's a problem. Now, maybe we'll get the opportunity for somebody to send them some supplies. But yeah, this is unfortunate. So what we might want to go ahead and do is send our other army over there. Yeah, I think that might be what we're going to do real quick, guys. So we'll send them on over here. And another princess was born. Okay. So again, princesses are not as useful in this game. Of course, as long as you secure your succession, then the fact that somebody will get a claim on you isn't that big of a deal. And you heard a rumor from Scotland. And they just failed some negotiations with Ulster here. It's not really a big deal.
More troops have come.
Alright, so with those additional troops here, that'll fix the problem of army supplies. At least for now. And we'll also deplete them down, I think, a little bit faster here.
A diplomatic message.
Kenny's offering the ransom here. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to decline it, of course.
Our diplomat has strengthened
We got the trade opportunity to export food. So this is in France. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it. Simply because if we do it and then we have to cancel it, then we'll lose opinion with France. Let's say, let me think for a second. We also got high relations with France. Excellent. But I thought we still had the option available to do it to Germany. Now these do time out after a while. Yeah, it looks like we already lost it. Alright, so I guess we'll do it France. And just hope that we don't have any food problems. It's only 10 food, so we should be alright. This is a smaller one. So we're going to do that. Get that set up, and it'll get us some more money, which is something we need. We always need more money. In fact, we can go ahead and spend some of that money. We're the highest population in the world. That's right, we're building in York over here. And the spice shops are not available to us because we're just lacking that 2,500. I think we're going to wait to get that, guys. Yeah, we're going to wait to get that. Spices are going to grant us more income. And that's going to be a total of, looks like 6 income, because you're getting 1 for every merchant. And then with the candle makers, you're going to get the candles. And that's going to get you books and cultural power. So that's useful as well. And we will get that. The thing is that it's cheaper. And we're sitting at almost 2,500. So it makes sense to just wait. And just go ahead and grab this. While we have the money. So just filling those out. Getting those very useful trade goods. So we can expand here with Germany. Let's say, let me think, we just need more trade. Looks like we're very close to having it. In fact, getting this here would be enough. So yeah, once we get this building constructed and get that trade good, we'll go ahead and expand trade with Germany. Also, we can get a level 2 skill with our current books, so we will. I think we're going to do him again. Keep getting his level up so he'll have more success here. Working so hard on this is taking forever. We could probably assault it now. Let's take a look. And I'm thinking we're doing pretty good on piety, so probably don't need this. Probably rhetoric. That increases that culture power and you get the books. I guess this gives you books as well and culture power in addition to stability. So we'll do that one. We'll do the laws. Get up to laws too. We got some up to another level now. So this is just taking like a ridiculously long time here. So we're at 320 of 430. Resilience isn't there either. They'll probably run out of food soon, and then that would... Okay, so King Conan, his supplies are still out. So what we wanted to do here is rotate them. I really didn't think this was going to be necessary. I thought with the 2 of them it would deplete it quicker, but that hasn't been the case. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and do what I was going to do and go ahead and have him leave, which... does have negatives, unfortunately. So we'll have to lift the siege here. And did that lift the entire siege? It did. Damn it. So that's unfortunate. I don't think it has any problems here outside of morale. Yeah, it's going to impact all their morale. It still keeps all this the same, but yeah, that's unfortunate. It wouldn't be good to not go back. You'll see a total lack of supplies reduces the army's morale, stamina, traveling speed, and may lead to an army revolt. So yeah, not good. So let's just get these guys out of here. Go back and restore our losses here. So another ransom offered here, which we will decline. It's interesting that he hasn't decided to give up on this guy. Scotland wants a trade agreement. We're going to accept that. I know it will enrich them, but they can trade with other people if they wanted to. This will allow us to seize their merchant. in addition to getting our own merchants' opinions up, so that's helpful. And we did have a rebellion over here. I guess it's a good thing that we sent the king home to deal with this rebellion. It's all peasants. We can pacify the rebels with this cleric opportunity. It is tempting. There's a 69% chance. It's not that much money. The amount of troops that we're going to lose, even fighting peasants, is probably close to what that's worth, and we're stacked on the piety. I think we're going to let them do it. Let's pacify here. So yeah, this siege is just taking an extraordinarily long time. Again, we've got to, I keep saying I'm going to do this, and then we don't. We have got to prioritize getting the siege workshops. It's really expensive right now, because remember, we have the barracks in multiple cities now. So yeah, it went from like 3,000 something to 5,800. And unfortunately, we had another princess. So we did not have very good odds here with the children. We had 3 daughters, unfortunately. Our one daughter is old enough to marry, so we could marry her off to improve relations. You know, I'm somewhat hesitant to arrange a marriage. Oh, look at this, Francis. On the borders of Castile. I'm a little hesitant to arrange a marriage with anybody because we don't exactly have a secure inheritance. We got the one heir, the one male heir, that's it. If he dies, we made him a marshal, so he could die. And so if he dies in battle, we could have a lot of issues with that. Seems like we're not the only one having a lot of princesses here. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a patch at all. Probably not. It wouldn't really affect us here, I don't think. But yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering if there was... Might be food here. Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering if there was a patch at all to make it so maybe daughters are more likely. So his supply is also extremely low. This siege is just taking an ungodly amount of time here. Probably going to have to cancel the siege again, have him take off while the king comes back. But of course we need to replenish his losses, which as you can see we're out of food here. And our cleric was killed. Wow. Okay. So that's unfortunate because we had spent a lot of books on him. And this is just part of a lot of the different missions. Many of them can result in your character dying. We haven't seen, I don't think we've had anybody die yet, so I guess it's the first time here. When they die, you can, and this is nice that they don't just instantly disappear. You can take a look at, who they were, what skills they had. What did you just lose? So that can be helpful. You can just kind of go across these and see what you lost. So you just have to say, forget them. Now we actually have a cleric here, and this is our brother. So he already has one skill here, laws 1, and we have enough books to give him another one. So we will. We're going to do the writing. I think that's the one that makes the most sense here for us. So yeah, let's go and get him the writing. And he's not going to do so well over here. And we do have them over here still. We're trying to ransack that. Could go and attack them real quick. Well, they actually have the food here. So let's go ahead and restore the food. And then we're going to attack them real quick with this army under the king. He has 4,050 men because we did improve the numbers. So you can see now we're at 250. Because the infantry tactics is getting 75 more men here, at 25%. So it's pretty helpful. And it looks like we had another rebellion spawn. Wow. All right. So as I was talking about earlier in the series, this war exhaustion can be devastating. So if you keep the wars going for a long time, as we have, then it's going to cause some serious issues in your kingdom. And we have a plot available to abduct a rebel leader. Costs 1,600 and a very low chance of success. So we'll just say, let me think here. And unfortunately, our trade power has been surpassed. Alright, so we actually can't get anything else here. Alright, so that plus 10 hadn't been applied yet, so yeah, I see. Alright, so we're doing this battle, and we're not going to fight it out. It's all peasants and stuff, so let's just do the counterattack. And let him get that done.
An upgrade has been completed, my lord.
And our mercantilism advantage is halfway complete. All right, excellent. So remember we looked at this a couple episodes ago. When we looked at that, we saw that we needed spices, and we just got that now. So those spices are going to help us out, also boost that income up. But now we need to get cells and maps. So we're probably going to want to work on that next, so we can get this bonus here, the 20% merchant trade income. All right, so that's something to keep in mind, that we do want to work on that. It's not that we're like swimming in money right now, though. Another ransom offered here. We're going to decline that. And let's go and keep on boosting the cleric, considering that we're going to need him here soon. So let's go for probably charity, because it's the only real option here. And I didn't assign him as a governor either, so let's go ahead and do that. And it's probably going to be in the same location. That's the only place that really makes any sense, guys. That's the only place that has a monastery. Although, you know what? We have new territory now since the last time we looked at this. So some of them might have monasteries. In fact, this place has 2 monasteries up here. So it might make more sense to move them up there. I know we did construct some stuff. But yeah, as long as we get a church up here, which I might already have a church, that would still be beneficial to us. So I think we're going to actually move him here. He's going to Scotland. Let me make sure they have a church. They do. All right, so that's excellent. So the orphanage is already applying there. All right, so we got that extra books there, extra piety and all that good stuff. And so just waiting for these 2 battles to finish up. This one should be done soon. That'll get us a rebel leader that we're going to use to tick up our stability. And he finally renounced that marshal. All right, so about time. I knew he would do it eventually. And so now we could do the deal. Send him off, pack him off to Scotland to start some trouble. Or we could just go ahead and tick up the nobility opinion. And I almost want to increase crown authority once we get the money. That probably would be useful, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and release him.
I don't think I can say no.
We've gained
Get that nobility opinion.
nobility.
And then reduce the cost some. So now it's at 1,600 instead of 1,700. Now it's at 1,500 because it looks like we did something else. Oh, putting down the rebellion. So further appease the rebels. Or excuse me, the nobles. These guys talk so much, don't they? I get why they did it. Why they had every single character talk every time you click on them or open anything. But yeah, it's a little bit much, right? Is it just me? Feels like it's a little bit much. Let's have him go in here. Do we have anybody there? We have 1. It's probably not going to be enough, but we'll make use of it anyway, just because we're real close to here. Oh, and we can go ahead and tick up the crown authority as well. So we'll want to click it up first before we make use of the rebel leader and execute him to get further crown authority. Of course, that's going to piss off some of our peoples here. Marshal John is completely out of supplies. We knew that was going to happen. Nobles, very, very happy now. All right, so we got kingdom stability up to 10, guys. That's been helpful. And if we put down this rebellion, then that'll tick it up even higher. So that's kind of helping us with the stability issues that we're currently having. All right, so let's go ahead and move him over to here to relieve Marshal John. Good God, this is taking forever. This siege, guys. And yeah, we just don't have the siege engines, and that's causing problems for us. So yeah, they're just coming down here, just doing what they want. And you'll see that they do get money from this. That money we get back when we attack and defeat them. You know, we noticed we were getting 300 typically.
My blade is sharp.
Yes, I'm wondering why they don't allow you to just take one guy out. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We did tick up the peasant opinion, so that's helpful. Yeah, I wish they would let you take a dude out. Yeah, they don't let you do that. One thing we need to do here, guys, is rearrange all of our people here. So we want our brothers close to us because they're our brothers. I've been meaning to do this. So we'll get our brothers close to us and just make it a little bit easier to see what's going on here. Put the diplomats close to each other. The spy, he's going to be the farthest away from you, but really you'd probably want him in your ear whispering to you. Baron John's way over here. Yeah, we got our brothers close. I just want the merchants close to each other, basically. Should have did that a long time ago. But yeah, I can't. It's a bummer. You can't move him because you get the hit to your morale, and then he gets more morale because you retreated. Again, it doesn't affect the stuff down here, but yeah, this has been difficult, surprisingly difficult. So yeah, we basically are gonna have to lift the siege.
I shall abandon this exhausting siege.
Alright, so he was able to stop the siege.
Let none enter or leave this castle.
But yeah, it's still considering it stopped completely. Even though it says there'll be no penalties or whatever. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go ahead and send him back. And it's such a bummer there's no way to avoid those penalties completely. And yeah, you saw the morale got ticked back up. But, you know, their food reserves are dwindling. So hopefully we'll have to do this switch out again. But what we're going to do is we're going to get him coming over here, and then he'll deal with these damn rebels as soon as he restores his supplies and all that kind of good stuff. So we do have another plot available for bribing. Won't be making use of that right now. It looks like we were finally able to convert them fully over to English. So now they're 100% our culture. You can see we got them at 64% Welsh, so slowly getting them in our favor. Of course, just started with them. They're 94% Scottish. So having a good cleric really helps with all that. We had a good cleric, and now he's gone. Got to get our brother leveled up here. And they pillaged that settlement, unfortunately.
This is a good strategy.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get all these supplies and losses restored. And are we good? We're good. Alright. Also, we improved relations with France. We should probably take a look and see where we're at there, because this is costing us money. We're at 645. Yeah, I'd like to get it a little bit higher. Maybe one more shot, and then we'll remove him from that. Alright, so let's go and have them attack over here. It's going to take a while to get over there. So he'll go do that while our king continues the siege over here. And we might have to switch them out again. I don't know. They are running low on food here. And so once that food completely runs out, you'll see the resilience will be dropping. So they want us to export 10 food to them, but we only have 12. So we'll just say let me think for now. Prince Benedict is growing up. He is now a juvenile. All right, excellent. So what do we want him to do here? Does he have one yet? He does not. So he could go with siegecraft or with archery. I think we'll go with the siegecraft. Anything to speed these damn sieges up. And Champagne is offering a marriage. Yeah, I really don't feel like that's the best marriage for us. Like, they're just a vassal. I mean, they're a neighbor, so there is that. Yeah, they're just a vassal of France. I suppose one benefit, let me just see, does France have anybody? Could arrange a marriage with them. And we still got a lot of Scotland and Ireland to conquer. We also have several princesses we can marry off as well. We're going to decline that. They're willing to sign a non-aggression pact. I'm not worried about Champagne. So if they want to attack us, we will come over here and conquer their territory. And then just hope that France doesn't get involved. Because unlike many games, if you declare war on a vassal, that does not bring the overlord in. Now, the overlord can join that war. But you can do that with any. It's the same as any other country. You can ask to join the war. So you can do that with any war. And you don't even get a notification about it, which is the strangest. So your vassals, so let's say you're playing as France here, which starts out with a bunch of vassals, or Germany, they start out with a bunch of vassals too. Your vassals getting an attack and getting conquered, and you won't even know. I don't know why it doesn't notify you about that. It's just kind of strange, because most games would probably pull you directly into the war since it's your vassal, and so you need to defend them. But I'm not entirely against the idea that vassals can go to war without their overlord or whatever. And it does have historical precedent. You should at least get a notification, though. It doesn't do that. But yeah, we can come over here and conquer them if we so desired. Anyways, I'm thinking with the future king, he doesn't have a wife yet. So that makes sense. And also the king is like super old. King Louis VI. He will be dead soon. So you know what? Let's do this marriage here, guys. And this would also help with the relations. And this will be at Prince Ferry. Alright, since our kingdoms have sworn not to attack each other, a bond of marriage seems like a sound idea. Alright, so it's going to have its effects on everybody. Seems like most of the countries around here liked it. Alright, and now they're at 947, so we really don't need to tick their relation up anymore. So let's go ahead and make sure I'm doing the right guy. Let's go and recall him and save ourselves a bit of money. So yeah, now we're earning quite a bit more. Alright, so he's on the march to engage with those rebels. Let me just double check that these are all... Oh, actually, they do have some decent troops here. So we're probably going to want to fight this out then. Yeah, we definitely want to fight that out. Let me just take a look at how the siege is going. The food is just about out. Alright, so the food is out. Morale is now dropped by 3. So you saw that happen right away. And you'll watch resilience drop a lot faster now that they don't have any food. So it's only a matter of time. But our supplies are low as well. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, let's go ahead and lead this attack. It says it's heavily one-sided. But yeah, that we only have a few more troops than they do. They got all those bowmen. And then some actual infantry, so let's just lead it. I'm just worried they'll take too many casualties if we don't. And we haven't had a battle in this episode yet. So why not take out these rebels real quick? So we'll just cut out that loading because I needed a drink anyways. Alright, so let's just see how they're composed. Alright, so peasants in the center. On the flanks they got their spearmen. So let's try and make sure that
Ready to fight. At your command.
our cavalry don't engage with those spearmen.
Move.
Let's bring them up. Bring the archers behind them.
Prepare to ride, men.
And the cav on the sides.
We are on our way.
My life is precious.
So we could ride to the back, go after their stuff here. But you know what? We're going to want all these cavalry to take out their archers. So we'll just bring them here. Yeah, I think this is probably the best way to do it. Just take them all out, man. Alright, so we have
Waiting orders.
a little bit of space, but we're just gonna let them come to us. And we might need to adjust these archers some, we'll see. Yeah, a little bit.
Bowmen ready.
So let me just... I'm trying not to get these guys. I'm doing it too close here.
Hold still.
And we'll make them run just so they get there a little bit quicker so they can start shooting those arrows.
Awaiting target.
Alright, so they're within our range here.
Under attack.
So they'll start shooting them. And you can see that they are trying to use those spearmen against our horses. So the AI does try and make use.
Spearmen ready. Ready to fight. Show me your heels. At your command.
We're gonna go here.
Spearmen ready. Run.
Actually, we're gonna go behind these guys.
Awaiting orders.
And then let's go ahead and go after those.
Ready to fight.
And then have these guys charge back here. And the peasants will come up behind us, but it's fine.
After me. Follow the banner man.
So we'll bring our general over this way and try and hit those if we can.
Run away. My men await your orders. My life is precious.
Yeah, we'll come up over here and see if we can't get somebody attacked.
Awaiting orders.
We'll go after those.
And steal.
Get them.
Point is contested by the enemy.
Alright, so we've made them just about all flee at this point. Looks like those are the only guys left.
Right here.
Oh, and the general's over here seizing our stuff. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Let's get
Ready to fight.
both of these guys. You know what? Let's not even risk
Ready to fight.
him over there fighting.
Orders.
Well, actually, this is more of a risk, huh? This is a spear guy.
Prepare to ride.
So we'll send these two to go take him out.
To arms.
And then maybe send an archer unit as well. And then perhaps a spearman unit that's not engaging in a battle right now. He probably won't get over there in time, but...
Steal. Ready
Alright,
to
so we're going to go ahead and do a charge from behind.
trot.
And attack these guys. They were just about to break anyway. So this will probably be enough, that charge. See some guys flying, and there we go. That's just about broke them there. Yep. Alright, so at this point, it's just the general.
The weaklings have run away.
Alright, so let's not kill any more of our own dudes. Oops. My bad. Trying to pull the archer away here. Let's get this guy out of here and not kill any more of our own dudes unnecessarily.
Troops are losing hope quickly.
And surprisingly, the spearmen were actually able to get there in time.
Attacking our leader.
Okay, so just need to take out their leader now. And then we'll have this completed. So a little bit longer battle here than I was expecting it to be. Huh, interesting. Our leader's like
Well protected.
struggling here. He's all disheartened.
After me.
Like, really?
It looks
He's
safe.
vastly outnumbering him.
Spearmen ready. Awaiting orders.
We don't have these guys surrounded though.
Run, run, run.
And the general just is not
Too close to the
getting
enemy.
out of there.
Ready to fight.
So we're going to go ahead and do another charge. Oh, they're just about to give up
Our
anyway.
enemies
There we go.
fled like sheep.
Alright, so they fled from the battlefield. And we defeated the rebellion. Did take some losses here.
Rebels in our land were defeated, my lord.
The enemy army leader.
Yeah, this will give us the 850 gold that they looted. That was a
Enemy
lot.
invaders.
Yes, my lord.
And we'll go ahead and use their population here. And then we're probably going to make use of him immediately. Go ahead and execute him to get the extra crown authority. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, guys.
Our crown authority.
Of course, that's going to piss off the peasants even further. So the peasants and the clergy, they're not exactly happy with us, but they'll be all right. We do have books and money in the royal treasury. I do want to take a look and see just what the next tradition would cost us. Probably not going to get anything right now, but 3,000, we actually have it, and we're pretty close to the next for the books here. So could go for the next tradition. You know, guys, we got a lot of people to upgrade. We got a lot of buildings to get. Those traditions are very useful. But let's get some of the stuff we need here, guys. So the dyes will get us the income and the happiness, while those candles will get us those books that, yeah, I think we should go and get. I know this is cheaper here. Let's get it. Actually, we don't have linen yet. Okay, yeah, I forgot we hadn't gotten it yet. The flax arms, we haven't been upgrading those. So we'll go ahead and do that if we have the money, because we're going to do the dye workshops, and that's going to be a big chunk of our money. I don't know how much that costs. So I believe we have that down here. And we do have a governor here as well. So have we gotten any of the upgrades here? It looks like that's a no. We haven't gotten the oil presses for the oil yet. And then, of course, we want this for the linen. So with the linen, that gets you more commerce and more income. And then the actual bonus here is food, which would be helpful. But the oils are going to grant us the melee squad's attack, so that's great. And then the siege equipment bonuses, which I think that's the reason why I decided not to get this, because we don't have the siege equipment yet. And I keep saying we're going to do it, and we never do. Let's do the linen. Let's again not do it. 1,500. It's just so expensive, so it's like, how do you save up? You know, almost 5,000 gold here. We need to just stop spending money for a little bit. We can go ahead and spend our books, though. Let's go ahead and do that. We're trying to tick him up, get him better, so that we can go ahead and do the adopt population. He can also commit to charity, increasing the stability in the location that he's currently the governor of, which is a place that has stability issues. Well, it normally would if we didn't have such high stability. It will, so that's a tactic we might want to make use of, but we're not going to do it now. So bolster culture is another thing that we could do if we just had spare money. When do you got just spare money laying around, though? So we could tick him up on a little bit higher on the writing, since that's the best way to get books as of right now. Just seeing what other options he has available. I think that would be for the best. Go ahead and tick the writing up to level 2. Try and get him, you know, he's not there yet, but try and get him around the same level that our former cleric was.
At once. At once.
Alright, so he has completely restored his supplies and his losses. So the question is, will he have to come over here? We'll keep him here for now. But yeah, we might have to send him over here. This siege is just taking so long. Let's turn this back up to speed 3.
For our troops.
And yeah, he is having some supply issues. He's not there yet. But I don't think he's going to be able to finish the siege up on his own without risking some issues. I mean, this is ticking down pretty fast. but about out the rate, if not, yeah, much slower.
An enemy town is defenseless. Now is the time to strike.
Oh, we can actually assault it. All right, so that's what we're going to want to do here, because this is... We finally got resilience down. Took us long enough. So let's go and assault this.
It's time to finish.
And yeah, that just took an ungodly amount of time, guys. And we are going to say all in. So I know I talked about wanting to show you guys a siege battle. But we're going to wait until after we get some siege engines, which again, I'm going to prioritize here soon, eventually. We're going to prioritize that. So let's go ahead and say all in. Because again, those the towers just will take too much damage. I mean, we have such high numbers and the morale is so low, we would still win it. This isn't a question of whether we win or not. We just reduce the casualties. And frankly, we wouldn't be able to do that in this episode because there's not enough time to do a full siege battle.
Attention, our troops have no supplies.
Yep, I know. They're just going to have to fight without supplies. And looks like our spy got close to the princess, who's an infant. And so we could assassinate her if we wanted to. There's real no advantage of assassinating this infant. Maybe if it was son and heir or something, his only son and heir, it could be beneficial, but yeah. Alright, so we finally won here. Good God, that took forever.
We have won a war.
And our daughter has become the Queen of France, because the King of France, King Louis VI, has died. So the non-aggression pact, you're just signing those for that ruler. I think I mentioned that in the first or second episode. So because of that, we no longer have it, but the son, you know, who's our son-in-law now, he would like to enact it again, which we are willing to accept that, of course. Okay, so we actually do have the non-aggression pact still, though. And we destroyed them. They completely wiped off the map. They're angry with us, not surprising. And the war is over as well. So now we'll be able to start ticking down that war exhaustion, which was causing us so many issues. And then also, we're going to want to adopt a population here now. So let's go ahead and make use of the stuff we already have here. Though I'm really tempted to save up the royal treasury, but obviously we should go ahead and do this, guys. It'd be wise to get it done. Only a 58% chance of success. Okay, let's level him up first then before we do this. We could wait a second and get him up to writing 3 so we get more books. Yeah, I suppose that's what we'll do. So let's go and move our king over here to get his supplies back up, and then we'll move Marshal John over here. Because you know there's going to be rebellions there.
Upgrade has been completed, sire. Our armies
and we did complete the dye workshops. All right, excellent. Army's out of supplies, we're aware. And looks like Constantinople lost their trade route. It's just not a major city anymore here in the Middle Ages, not the city that it once was. So this time the Pope has demanded money from us, because of course he has. Because I got all this money I don't want to give him, and our clergy hate us. So we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to give this to him, guys, now. This will make the clergy happier. And it's unfortunate, because we have all this money right now. And you're getting 1+ opinion for 2,600. Great deal there. So, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So, now, let's go ahead and get this guy leveled up. You know, we need books to do that mission, so let's not level him up. Because, yeah, we don't want to wait. I think he'll do okay. He should have like a 50-something% chance of completing that. So let's go ahead and do it, because yeah, we need the books, the 280. It's 58% chance. So let's go ahead and complete that. And I think we might do this. We don't have the money, so let's just say let me think. But yeah, we could use more books, guys, if that's the one that grants books to us. And Scotland has sent a merchant over here. Alright, so that's actually good. I mean, they're earning all that money, but of course, you know, if we end up at war again, which I assume we will. Oh, well, that's interesting. So Munster has created a defensive pact against us. And so other countries can join that defensive pact, and then if we attack any of the countries involved in it, and we will accept this.
Our merchant's opinion has improved.
Got merchant opinion all the way up to 10 now. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, if we attack anybody who's in that defensive pact, if we attack them in this case, then all other members would join that war against us. Looks like the spy is not very loyal. We'll just keep that in our records here. It's not really what we want to use our money on at this moment. Increase clergy opinion further. Right, excellent. So just trying to get rid of these penalties that we're currently facing. And we need to build a bunch of stuff here, guys. Now, there's not as much priority at this point for building up the siege engines now. Get the siege workshops to get the siege engines for that 5,800. Yes, yeah, that's like 6,000. Jeez, so expensive. We do have a loyalist rebellion here in Calais that just appeared, so they'll quickly be defeated as the other ones have been. You know, unless France is doing something else, then they're gonna be able to easily put that down. So our brother was successful. All right, excellent. And because of our very high kingdom stability right now, we are at least at the moment protected from any rebellions. But we should expect that this situation to change there. So they have a lot of trade goods that they already have access to here. So we got the stoneworking. So some of these are things we might not have had before. Yeah, glass. I don't think we had that yet. And so that is granting us 5 more commerce and 5 more income. The tar, I think we might have had that already. We had the timber. Yeah, a lot of these are all coming from the same building here, the woodworking. They got the church as well. They got the market square. You know, we're not getting most of this though because we don't have the governor. But they're earning so much that some of these we're still getting 3 gold and the 2 commerce. Just because they're earning so much here. And did we ever restore? We did not.
Even I cannot do that.
So once we have the food here, we'll get them fully replenished.
Sire, we've spotted mercenaries
camping in
our lands.
They actually formed an independent kingdom over there with that crusade. Alright, so just need more food to get the army supplies completely up. And clergy opinions, finally back to 0. Alright, so we could import raisins from Germany. I think we have the ability to get that already if we wanted to. Since we have the grapes. Alright, so these are the last 2 things I want to do here, guys. We've been waiting to get the flax weavers to get the linen. So let's go ahead and do that. Start getting that upgraded. And then we got books to spend, which we're going to use on our brother here to get his writing up to level 2 to get more books. Alright, excellent. We're at 54 now. I think that's the highest we've been at so far. Alright, so that's unfortunately going to have to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.